Hi, here with Jeremy and Josh Davis on the Other Side Media Group. I'm Fred, and my wife's name is Mark. We're the Rushlows from Christmas in Whoville at the Rushlows, 89 South John Street.
The Other Side Media Group and 91X now present The Other Side Radio Show, a program about people who make a difference from all walks of life in Quinte and beyond. And now here are your hosts, Jeremy and Joshua Davis.
Yes, it is that time of year again, and welcome again to The Other Side. I'm Jeremy Davis, and joining me behind the mic today, we have our good friend Fred and our good friends Fred and Margie Rushlow. Welcome back to our show. It's great to have you here today. Now, as you alluded to at the top of the program, Fred, we are back, and again, as I said, it's that time of year, and you're going to have a very special Christmas holiday display back up. This has become an annual tradition in the city of Belleville, Christmas in Whoville. Can you tell us all about that, and then we'll go from there and tell the people why this tradition began.
Jeremy, this tradition started up when, in memory of our young lad, Aaron Rushlow, that we lost in 2016. And we decided to do this after we lost him. And we wanted to put it out there to support the community in memory of Aaron, to give back to the community and show them a kind of spirit we still have, and still being close to our son Aaron, because that's the way we can get Christmas time with him, by doing this, and people coming out to see the display in memory of Aaron Rushlow, and something we want to keep going for a long time. And like I said, I can't say enough for all the help we had, and there's going to be a lot more this year to see, like Christmas in Whoville. This year is Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus is going to be here. We got a sleigh for Santa and for the kids and Mrs. Claus all to have pictures. And the proceeds that are taken in for donations will go to 3 organization groups like the Fireman's Toy Drive, Special Olympics, and the food bank. And on behalf of the Rushlow family and everybody that has helped out, Jeremy, I tell you, we couldn't do this without them. And a couple of years ago back, I believe it was last year, we couldn't do it without you guys either. So thanks for having me.
Well, you're most welcome. And as Josh and I have mentioned on a previous show, out of a terrible tragedy with the sudden loss of your son, when he was killed, you've turned something so tragic into something that is a fitting tribute, giving back to our community and letting his memory live on. We're just so blessed to have you not only as part of this community, but to us and the Davis family, you're part of our family. We've known each other for so long, and we remember Aaron and all the good times we had, either at our barbecue events or right here at the house, and had the pizza parties and that when he was in cadets. On behalf of my whole family, we want to praise you, your wife, your mom, Betty, and everyone that has made this magical tribute happen. And it's just so fitting. And I know Aaron is looking down and really appreciating it too. So if I can ask you, Fred or Margie, whoever wants to answer this, now, how has this beautiful display that keeps growing within leaps and bounds, how has that helped you deal with the unspeakable tragedy of the loss of Aaron. Okay. Fred, do you want to say something about it? Okay. Whoever wants to mention that, if you can, and then we can move on to some happier moments. But I asked that question for someone who is going through some other instances, some other tragedy, and we might be offering hope to them that way, if that's okay for me to ask that, either Fred or Margaret. You decide who wants to take this one.
Jerry, it's nice that you asked that, and yes, it is a tragic time for me. But you know what? I got fight in me. Aaron's got fight in me, and this is why this is happening. Aaron wants me to keep pushing, keep fighting, and showing everybody in the community that he is still has a Christmas spirit in him, and wants every kid to enjoy Christmas, every kid enjoy a toy, and it's one of his favorite times of year, and we just tip our hat off to you guys doing this on your radio show, because it's just so getting more and bigger every year. And I have come down with some issues and health-wise and stuff. And all I'm asking is the community to please be part. Come see the display. It's a walkthrough. Christmas in Whoville, 89 South John Street, the Rushlows. And please donate if you can. You do not have to donate if you don't want to. Please show up, check the display, see Santa, Mrs. Claus, some characters from Whoville. And, it's just going to be tremendous to see. And all we can ask for is thanks for the city of Belleville and the community for all your support. And thanks, Jeremy, for doing this.
Well, thank you. But it's not just me; it's everyone, and Josh and I, and as I said, our family is honored to do this. And if anything speaks to community, friendship, love, hospitality, and that it's what you guys try to do and try to achieve through all your endeavors, and we're just proud to be a part of it. A few years back, we partnered with the Other Side Media Group, and we also, much to our surprise, you donated back to our nonprofit organization, and we're so thankful and blessed. But it's not about the money, it's about community, it's about family, it's about building a better Belleville, it's about remembering all those at this time, as Christmas can be a joyous time, but it can be a hard time for many who have lost a loved one or lost a job or going through an illness that is unforeseen. And so we just praise you. Again, okay, so the first night this will open up is November the 25th. I do believe we will light up the sky once again at Christmas in Whoville at 89 South John Street. And we're going all the way officially till the 23rd. But you never know. Santa may pop by if he has some time in between the houses on Christmas Eve. You never know. So, Margie, what is your favorite part of the whole Christmas festive season? If I might ask you this, and we'll go from there. Margie Claus.
Well, for me, Christmas is just about family. That's it. I love Christmas just because we're all together. Except, of course, one very special member. But we're all together, and we believe that he's with us. No matter how, we know he's there. So, to me, it's just all about family.
Absolutely. And family always lives on in our heart. And so we can look all around us and see memories and feel that abundant spirit, without getting too philosophical or preachy sounding, but that's truly what I believe, and that's truly what keeps us going. Because, our precious memories and our loved ones are perhaps the most valuable thing in life that we ever will have or encounter. Now, you've got many little ones in the family. No, she's too shy to talk on the mic, but Denver. And so I'm sure when Denver sees and knows that Santa Claus is coming to 89 South John Street, you can just see the faces of the little ones light up, and that is truly the magic and the wonder of the season. I can remember when my father, well, let's just say he was one of Santa's helpers for many, many years. And it's a true delight because, it ignites the imagination and the human spirit in all of us, young and old. Wouldn't you agree, Margaret? And we'll go from there.
I do. I do. I agree totally. It's all about the kids. When I see Denver's little face at Christmas time, it makes up for everything. He is just so special. And that's all Christmas is really all about. It's just family and kids. When I see him smile, that's my whole day. Right, Denver?
Right.
Well, yes, Denver is a beautiful boy, and it's just amazing to see that wonder. Now, as you look ahead in 2022, you mentioned that you have decided, and Joshua and I, through the Other Side Media Group, have always, thought of great causes such as the Gleaners through any or a lot of the charitable events we do. So you're helping out the food bank, you're helping out the Special Olympics, and the firefighters' toy drive. And so if anyone can do that, any gifts, big or small, any generosity is greatly appreciated. So it must be a very rewarding feeling for you. I know that Josh and I, within the next few weeks, we are hoping to continue our Christmas traditions, and we will be looking to help those great causes. More on that soon. Hopefully, we're just waiting to hear back. But what does that feel like to you, Fred, to help out those causes? And this year, it's something new too, with the Special Olympics and helping out those special individuals that is involved in that amazing program as well.
Well, Jeremy and Josh, it makes me want to do this because I want to bring something up before we decided to start this. We started out because we lost Aaron October 23rd, 2016, birthday November 19th. So we thought we'd have a birthday for him and do this display because that was the first year we thought we would get really close to having Christmas with him and his birthday. And just before Christmas, I had some of my Christmas stuff taken from my property, and the community got together and helped us out, got some of the stuff back, which we appreciated. We put it up. It got bigger and bigger every year. So we talked about it and what the community did for us. It's nice to give back to the community and show them that the respect that we got from the community. We want to show the community respect and help out every organization like we've done. We've done the Other Side Media Group. We've done the Maine Society. We've done Wheelchair for Hope. And now this year is, like Jeremy said, it's Special Olympics, Fireman's Toy Drive, and the food bank that can really use the food, for and the fireman is just to see putting a smile on a kid's face, because I'm going to say a little story here what happened last Christmas here. Jerry, last year I was out front when the display was going on, and this little girl come down the street, and she was carrying a bag, and she walked over to my sign and said, "Who's this?" And the mother of the little girl said, "That's the boy that it's in memory of." And she says, "Who do I give this bag to?" And she brought it over and she gave it to me. And she said, "I want to give you this." And it was a bunch of change that she took from her piggy bank. And I appreciated to give the girl candy cane. I thanked her so much. So I got in the house and I counted it. And that poor girl was maybe not even 4 years old. And there was $40 donation that she gave to the charity last year to keep Erin's memory going and showing that what kind of a girl she can be. And with a smile on her face and a candy cane and a picture with Santa, she was smile ear to ear, and that really, really made all of our family, myself, a very Merry Christmas.
Well, absolutely. And doesn't that just literally, it sounds so cliche, but this is true. Doesn't that just pull at the heartstrings, and make you believe and make you realize that, there's so many of our next generation that have had, great values instilled at such an early age to give back, and that feeling and that gratification that comes from giving back to a community, to maybe a group or an individual that they don't know, but a cause that they learn about through their family. And it's just something priceless you can't buy. So that's a wonderful story. And, the kinds of stories that you want to hear this time and this season, as it is, 'tis the season of giving, I always say. So, as you go ahead, you mentioned earlier in the program, and we won't spend too much time on this, but if you already weren't inspiring enough to me, my family, the community of Belleville and Quinte, in which I love, well, this year you had yet another setback. And many individuals, like yourself, would maybe say, I want to continue to do this, but because of that, would not go ahead and do something for the community. You had to have a lot of your leg amputated. And it was very sudden, considering the fact of all the things that you have been through, your wife has been through, and your family. As I said, most people might consider throwing in the towel, but not you or not us, Fred, if I might add that. Despite what challenge that life throws at us, we emerge, and we try and emerge stronger and better on behalf of others in our community. It's not for show. It's just who we are and what we want to do. So maybe you just want to expand a little on that setback, but how you are persevering and moving ahead, and how your story of strength and resilience can inspire the hope in others going through something similar.
Yeah, it's hard to swallow, Jerry, because I didn't expect this, and like you said, it was a sudden, and it was. But to get my strength to do this, I got to tip my hat off to my nephew, Chris Rushlow. He's the one that is built ramps for me in my house to get in and out with my chair. And I will say that I was really close to having somebody else take the display until my nephew, Chris, stepped to the plate and said, "No, it's not leaving the Rushlow to stay in here." And he's been here every day, setting up, doing what he could do. And, I just couldn't ask enough of him. So a lot of this for pushing and being strength is a lot of credit to my nephew.
Absolutely. And as my brother would say, and he couldn't be here tonight, he hopes to be back on the show really soon, and we will be down here at Christmas in Whoville. Family is everything. Family is the backbone. Through good and bad times. And even if we don't get a chance to see all the family we want, whether it's our biological family or our extended family, you do make a difference. And we love you all. And so I know exactly where you're coming from. So, Fred, you mentioned before the individuals who come to visit Christmas in Whoville at the Rushlow at 89 South John Street in the beautiful Foster Ward, can have their picture taken with Santa, and I think you said Mrs. Claus will be here too. And now, are they encouraged to bring their own cameras, or how is that going to work this year?
Yeah, yes, there will be Santa, Mrs. Claus. I can't remember the doggy's name from the Grinch, and the Grinch will be here, and we're even going to have a Christmas tree here. So,
They bring their own
yeah, please bring your own camera, take your own photos, leave a donation. If you don't, there will be somebody here to take pictures for you, which is an honor. And one thing I forgot to mention was we all are also going to take on Saturdays, take pictures with Santa and pets. Bring your own camera with your pets, little donation with Santa, Mrs. Claus, or some of the displayers, some of the characters. And you know what? Let's have a very Merry Christmas, and thanks all to the community. Please come out and support me. I want to try to make my goal of $1,000, and the highest I've got over the years was $650. So please, everybody, thanks for your time out there. Thanks to Jeremy and Josh. We miss Josh. He's not here. So Merry Christmas and God bless, and hope to hear from you again next season.
And also, so this will be on, as far as I know, just like last year's and years previous, it will be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings, correct? And oh, sorry, just Friday and Saturday this year. Okay, that's Friday and Saturday, and you might want to tell our listeners the time that you'll have it lit up, and then we'll go from there, and we'll see everyone at Christmas in Whoville 2022 at the Rushlow family home at 89 South John Street. Bring your friends, families, pets, and have a good time and make a difference for those wonderful causes. Josh and I and the whole crew will be here, and we'll be back to give an update of how it went too later on. Okay, take it away, Fred. Tell us what time that will be. each weekend.
Yeah, Jerry, the times to start on the 25th of November will be 6:30 to 9 every Friday, Saturday. Hope all the weather conditions are good, but snowing or whatever it's doing or windy, please show up, dress warm. Santa and Mrs. Claus will still be here. There's no give up. Let's give all these young lads out there and young and the old and young at heart a very Merry Christmas and God bless.
And I want to thank you, your wife, your entire family for making a difference in our life and for your support of the Other Side Media Group. It is greatly appreciated. And stay tuned for more wonderful events that we will host for the community and some that we will do together. For now, this has been the Other Side Radio Show on location at 89 South John Street, Christmas in Whoville. I'm Jeremy T. Davis, and we will see you next week. God bless, and we will see you at 89 South John Street. Cheers.
The Other Side Radio Show is a production of the Other Side Media Group in association with 91X. You can connect on Facebook at the Other Side Media Group, Instagram at Jeremy Tyler Davis, or on YouTube at Jeremy T. Davis, Belleville, Ontario for on-demand episodes and more. Tune in next week for another episode of the Other Side Radio Show.